What up, YouTube? This is Insane Monster doing the beginning part of What If Asta Had a Stand. Now, before anything else, a little rundown on the stand's name, power, and such. The name currently is Dust, which is half of the name of a song. I'll leave a link in the description below where it will begin with song link to the song that the stand is named after. So yeah, and like I said, it will only have half of the full name for now. As for its abilities and appearance, it has the same appearance as you see in the thumbnail, right behind Asta. As for its abilities, it's a brawler type that has the ability of black flames around its fists that disrupts the flow of mana within spells, causing them to burst. Nextly is the ability known as Fighting Spirit, that when Asta is in a fight, and only when he's in a fight, his stand becomes visible to everybody. Thirdly, we have seen talking stands within the realm of JoJo before. However, this stand in particular, that's named Dust, is capable of sentient thought, so it has its own thought process and such, as well as its own version of the rapid punching thing, how Star Platinums go aura aura. So what Dust does is go Kisite, 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 which is basically translated to as never, resembling Asta's personality to never give up and such. And next, there will be no stand arrows. Asta gets this naturally because he has no magic whatsoever. Instead, his life force adapts to produce a stand in order for him to better survive and withstand. Sorry for saying that. I know some people might think that as a pun, but whatever. But you know what I mean. So with that all said and such. Oh, and lastly, he will get the other half of the name, though it will only end up getting it at a certain part due to there's no being stand arrows, meaning no requiem. So yeah, but like I said, song will be linked in the description below, so hit it.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? This is just for us now.
Okay, now let's start off with the fact where Asta is attempting to get Yuno's pendant back like usual in canon, and is struggling. On the man pulls out his grimoire after being annoyed by Asta. He threatens to kill him, saying that he's magicless, powerless, and he should just face it and give up. Asta struggles to get up while he yells out, "Never!" And out of nowhere, a big purple with red hair demon looking thing shows up. As the man fires off a spell, panicking, black flames cover its fist, punching it, causing the spell to disperse. As this entity rushes towards the drunkard and punches him rapidly, saying, "Kisite, Kisite, Kisite, Kisite!" rapidly punching him unconscious. Asta falls to his knees exhausted, with the stand disappearing from people's line of sight. Now that the fight's over, though Asta can still see it, with the stand coming over and telling him, "So I'm finally awake. Pretty young, though you seem to be stubborn enough to handle it, as he disappeared back into Asta from his sight. Yuno didn't know what was going on, but he just grabbed his pendant and Asta and went off. Not knowing how to explain what happened, he kept it to himself. After Asta got healed and everything, he went go train again, as he tried to figure out what that thing was. He tried to yell out for him to come back so he can talk to him. So, when a snake showed up and tried to attack him, he took a defensive stance, causing the stand to come back out and punched the snake right into the ground, killing it, more or less crushing its head. As the stand says, always getting are you gonna keep getting into trouble like this, always? Where he looks, saying, what are you? He thinks for a moment to think about how to explain it. He's self-aware as a sentient stand, so he has to figure out a way to describe it to Asta to where he understands. He looks towards Asta and tells him, you don't have magic whatsoever, but you do have a strong life force and strong will. Combined those things, you adapted in the situation where your life was in danger, and produced me. When he said, can you make it more simple, please? As he just slaps his face, saying, okay. Basically, life force is the very thing that lets you live in the beginning. However, you seem to produce me from it as a way to defend yourself from people with magic in short terms. I am more or less something that developed and manifested from your life force. My appearance is based off of traits from you. Your stubbornness, for one. Okay, so hang on. If you're my life force given a body, what does that exactly mean for me? He thinks for a moment. He does know some things about himself as well as his abilities, though he noticed something on his Asa's hand. There were some slight scrapes, and when he looked at his own, he saw the similar scrapes. Showing Asta, he told him that, okay, for one, since I'm made out of your life force, if I get injured, so do you. And if you get injured, I get injured as well. More or less. Or at least I get weakened in a way. But Asta thinking, okay. Pretty weird, but okay. What else? As he scratches his head, he thinks, I'm not sure. I know I have these black flames, and they destroyed that guy's magic. Wait, maybe destroyed isn't the right word. It's like I caused his spell to blow up on itself, basically. But Asta decided, thinking, you mean I can cause people's spells to blow up on them? With him just looking at Asta saying, yeah, pretty much. With him so excited, he was really, really pumped. Then the stand stopped him, saying, there is something else. I noticed that man and that other kid saw me. Though, the moment that the fight was over, it was like I was invisible to them except for you. So I guess other people can only see me when you and I get into a fight. With him thinking, that's pretty cool. So what am I supposed to call you? He just shrugs his shoulders, saying, I don't know, I was just born last night. So Asta thinks, and comes up with a name. How about Dust? When he looks at Asta, he says, Dust, huh? Because you completely turn your enemies and all kinds of things to dust with your punches, especially the fire ones. He smirked, saying, I kinda like that. It's weird, but I kinda like it. Alright then. As Yuno pops in, asking Asta who's he talking to, where the dust chimes in, telling Asta, oh yeah, remember, since we're not in a fight right now, he can't see me. With him thinking, oh yeah, that's right. So they walk. Asta tries to tell him, but Yuno doesn't quite get it. This whole ability thing, or what's it even called. But Asta remarks that he doesn't know what to call it either. So they just walk around looking for an animal to fight, hopefully to bring it back for food. Which they come across a large magic boar, like in canon where Asta fights it in canon, a similar one to that. So Asta goes in with Dust, and Yuno's yelling, Asta, don't, it'll kill you! As Dust popped out, ready to fight. He punched the boar right in the face, and then continued going, Kasai, 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 Kasai! Rapidly punching it, ultimately crushing its skull, killing it. Once the fight was over, he disappeared from Yuno's sight. So now Yuno is seeing the boar just floating in the air, which Dust is just carrying it. With Asta saying, see, I told you! He only shows up when I fight. Which, well, more like you can only see him when I fight. I can, like, pop him out, and I can see him without any troubles. It's pretty awesome. Yuno was smirking, saying, I wouldn't expect anything else from my rival. As they get home, luckily nobody was outside from in the church, so they were able to drop off the boar. With them being excited, they were able to ask a butcher in Hodge village to cut up the boar and give it some of the meat along with the pelt in exchange for the rest of the meat and the work he did chopping it up and such. So they had a good meal then. As Yuno found it kind of weird and tried to look up what kind of thing this dust could be. The only thing he could find that might resemble it is a spirit. He tried to ask Asta if dust was some kind of spirit, and Dust and Asta don't really know. He could be like a spirit form from Asta's life energy. They told that, but he doesn't really get what kind of thing that kind of amounts to, considering the only thing that comes close to his appearance, or at least that glowing aura and everything, fighting alongside someone, is a spirit. So they're not really sure what it is or what to do with it. But they end up just kind of rolling with it. Asta did still train, being stubborn, yelling, I'm not gonna lose to you, Dust. I'm going to become stronger than you, and then I'm gonna beat you at your own game. With him just chuckling, thinking, if he gets stronger, does that mean I get stronger too? If that is, then it's gonna be hilarious, just seeing him try. Every now and then, he does try to fight Dust, though since Dust is Asta's stand, though a sentient one, he does go along with the training and such. Asta getting stronger and stronger, though only getting better at hand-to-hand combat and such, along with Dust. They do end up getting pretty strong. Next, we go all the way over to the beginning of the anime, where Asta is just training again, getting pumped and ready for the grimoire ceremony. As him and Yuno step forward to receive their grimoires, like in canon, Yuno got his, but Asta didn't get his at all. So he ended up just leaving, being frustrated, punching over and over again, just being frustrated. Dust appeared since they've been training, and since Dust is a sentient stand, he's able to appear whenever Asta needs him, whether he wants him to appear or not. Kind of a side effect of his stand Dust being sentient, which is a pretty rare thing. So, and before you say anything about that not being possible, remember, there's already a stand in JoJo that can live without its stand user, even with them being dead. And can only activate once the user dies and such. So, crazy stuff happens with stands. They don't follow normal laws of anything. So, he tries to calm him down, which he does end up succeeding, and tells him, look, whether you get a grimoire or not, I'm still gonna have your back, alright? As he sticks out his fist, giving Asta a fist bump, calming him down and reassuring him. So they head back to the Grimoire Tower, only to find that Yuno is captured by the Chain Mage, same as in canon. As Asta gets angry overhearing him stating that he's going to sell Yuno's grimoire as an art piece to some fat cat noble or on the black market. He charges at him with Dust. The chain mage freaks out at Dust just right behind Asta and fires his chains, though Dust covers his fist in black flames and goes Kasai, 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 bursting his chain magic into bits. As the chain mage continues to fire chains, he keeps firing. Dust keeps punching them with his black flame-covered fist to shatter them more and more. With Dust saying, looks like he wants a little battle of endurance, huh? As he smirks, along with Asta saying, if that's the case, then there's no way he's gonna win. This is when the five-leaf clover grimoire bursts from the wall and reveals the Demon Slayer sword, with Yuno stating, there isn't, of course, my rival. There wouldn't be any way you wouldn't be picked by a grimoire. And Dust says, as he pats him on the back, nice going. Let's see what this thing can do. As Asta takes the sword, the chain maid does an all-out attack, but Asta slices the magic, causing it to be destroyed. The chain maid freaks out, but before he can do anything else, Asta blitzes towards him, slamming him in the gut with his sword, throwing him upwards, with Dust going right up to him, floating up to the chain mage, going, and this is what you get for messing with us. As he goes, Kasai, 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 rapidly punching the chain mage, sending him flying clean through the wall, though on a much higher point of the wall. Dust went over and grabbed Yuno's grimoire, handing it to Asta, which he gave it back to Yuno. The chain mage was captured and sent to jail, with Asta and Yuno just having their normal moment like in canon, fist bumping one another, stating that one of them is going to become the Wizard King. And this is where we'll be ending it. This was part 1 of What If Asta Had a Stand. Remember the link to the song that Asta's stand is named after is going to be in the description down below. Remember that it is only half of the name at the moment, so please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that notification bell for future updates so that you know when I upload a new video. And do hope you enjoyed. See you later.